At its NEC meeting in Abuja, the All Progressive Congress agreed to extend the tenure of its leadership.
The NEC has decided to extend the tenure of the current NWC and other executive committees at various levels for another 12 months.
Some party members kicked, but the opposition was muted. Many thought the issue was rested once and for all. That was not to be. President Buhari at another meeting took the stage and pronounced the extension of the John Odige Oyegu-led executive as illegal. He relied on the APC constitution amongst other considerations.
I had taken time to listen to my legal advisors constitutionally given to me in terms of the Ministry of Justice that our decision is contrary to both the party and the constitutional position.
The president's stand elicited reactions across the country, amidst all of which governors of the APC met to take a position. First, they met at the presidential villa, then moved to the secretariat of the Nigerian Governors Forum. At the end, they were not forthcoming with a clear position.
To make sure everything is good and everything is getting better and better and better.
What about the tenure extension?
We are consulting.
However, the day after, they met with President Buhari, then spoke to reporters. They deny there is any crisis in the party and resolve to toe the path of the president to hold fresh congresses at all levels.
We consulted all the governors, 24 of the APC governors were on the same page with Mr. President, that we are going to respect our party constitution, we are going to respect our constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
It is yet to be seen if this step will indeed put the issue to rest, with less than a year to the general elections. From the presidential villa in Abuja, Ibrahim Adra, Channels Television News.
And we are focusing on that matter. Today on the program, we've got Senator Magnus Abe, who is a member of the APC. Thank you for coming on this morning, Senator.
Thank you very much.
Well, many are just watching this scenario, just wondering, wow, as we heard in the report, just less than a year to the elections, will the APC get their act right? But can we say that at the moment, members of the party are waiting for Monday to ensure or to find out which way will the party go? Or do we say that those consultations we've seen, the ones behind the scene, is pretty much sorted everything out?
I think the situation is very, very clear to every reasonable politician who is a member of the All Progressives Congress. First of all, let me use this opportunity to say that there are basically two political groups in Nigeria, the All Progressives Congress and the others. What is happening is that the others are simply waiting or praying for an implosion in the APC. That is what will give life and relevance to the other parties. So any little thing that happens in our party is blown up, is politicized, is played out to give the impression that an implosion in the APC is imminent, and it is not going to happen.
Does that suggest that there was not any disagreement previously?
What was the disagreement? We were all in NEC. It was not a question of Oyegun trying to extend his tenure. All of us were in NEC. The matter was put up, we voted, and the votes were counted, and that was the position of NEC.
Which was to extend the tenure by a year.
The tenure. So it wasn't anything that any group did illegally against the interest of any other. Now what happened is that even when we were doing that, there were clear signals that that action was not in tandem with the constitution of the party and the constitution of the country. So when the president, who is the leader and the conscience of the party, now gets up and draws the attention of everybody that, listen, this action that we have taken has potential legal pitfalls ahead for the party if we don't review it.
But before the president did that, other persons in the party had pointed that out. In fact, some had gone to court in Lagos.
Yes, other persons had pointed it out, but that didn't play out in the votes. And so a decision was taken. Now, after the president spoke, it is pretty clear to anybody who is a politician that for a voice that strong to come up and warn and advise us that, listen, whatever we do, we are the ruling party. We can't say we will not obey the law. And secondly, as much as possible, we are the ones going to conduct the elections for the country. It's our party, it's our government who will do that. So we must lead by example.
But
so it is pretty clear where we're headed. There will be congresses in the APC.
What does this say of your party? If you just said here that in the course of that NEC meeting, there were clear indications that this action is contrary to the Constitution, but you still went ahead. What does it say of the party?
No, that I don't think. There were two different arguments. You must understand that every political party is a platform for the management of divergent views. There is no decision that you take in politics that everybody will agree from the beginning. So there will always be those for and those against any particular position. But once all of us have decided that this is the best, that position was canvassed, and people also had a contrary view, also backed by